tonight, so let's just keep it going. So back again with another video for you guys and gals, and this evening what we're going to cover is we're going to do my full review of the RCA T11 true wireless Bluetooth earbuds. All right, now I've been using these for just about, if not a little bit longer than I've been using the KUE true wireless charging Bluetooth earbuds, and I feel like I got a handle on all of my opinions that I want to cover with you guys and gals in regard to these RCAs. So y'all know how the story goes. Maybe you're new to the channel, but I shoot my unboxing and then my review process starts, and once I feel like I got a handle on everything that I want to talk about and cover with you guys and gals, then it's full review time. So without further ado, let's jump into this full review and let you guys and gals know whether or not these earbuds right here are worth picking up and spending your hard-earned money on. Let's go. Now, starting off, let's talk about the overall build quality and design of the earbuds themselves. So as you can see, these earbuds right here are trying to imitate aluminum, okay? But they're primarily built out of plastic here. They just have that aluminum look. Okay, just so y'all can see that there. But the overall build quality on these, I have to say, is really good in my opinion. Okay, the really good build quality, really lightweight, extremely comfortable, really durable. So overall build quality on these is top notch. Now, in terms of the overall design of these, you can see these are more of your what is it, AirPod-esque or bud with stem style Bluetooth earbuds. So in terms of the design, I actually think they look really good. Okay, but I do have one quirk with the design, and that is the touch sensitive area is that little nub right there, and I actually don't like that. I feel as though that's super inconvenient, as you can see right there if I can get the camera to focus. But that's the only negative that I see with the design. So overall, in terms of the build quality and design on the RCA T11 Bluetooth earbuds, I have to say it's pretty good. It's pretty good indeed. Alright, now moving on and talking about some more things about these earbuds, let's now talk about the overall core feature set of these. So in terms of the core features on these bad boys incorporate Bluetooth 5.0. So that's really nice to see. Now, it's not the latest and greatest version of Bluetooth, but it's pretty up there. So you can really live that hashtag wireless lifestyle with these. So that's really good to see as well. These bad boys also incorporate the IPX6 sweat and water resistance, which makes them perfect for workouts, or if you get caught in the occasional shower while you're on the road doing some road running or road walking. These should be good to go. So it's really nice to have that IP rating as well. Good stuff there. They also support dedicated microphones on either earbud. So really nice. And the spoiler on that is the microphone quality on these is really good in my opinion. We're going to touch on that some more a little bit later on in the video. So really nice to see they have dedicated microphones on either earbud. So good stuff there. And lastly, but certainly not least, they incorporate an easy two-step pairing process. And you can also use the earbuds in stereo mode, meaning two together, or independent mode, meaning one at a time. So really nice, solid core feature set in my opinion. So RCA definitely did a good job, including the features that they decided to go with. So good stuff there. All right, next, let's keep it moving now. Up next now, let's talk about the overall sound quality, the volume, and the bass. Now, in terms of the overall sound quality, I have to say these are really good. Now, they had minimal distortion on the low and the high ends of the volume spectrum, so it's pretty decent there. In terms of the overall volume itself, okay, they got really loud and I could easily drown out my surroundings, so that was really nice as well. Now, talking about the bass on these, the bass on these was good. It's nice and balanced with a little bit of punch. So the overall bass on these was good in my opinion. So again, let me summarize in terms of the sound quality, the volume, and the bass. It was really good on these, okay? So good stuff there. Now, let's talk about the overall microphone quality on these earbuds. Now I've done a bunch of different things with these earbuds that engage the microphone. I've taken a bunch of phone calls, I've dictated a lot of text messages and on emails without problem, and I've interacted with my devices, several different smart devices, using voice commands, and the microphone quality for all of that was top notch. And even on phone calls, callers said I sounded very crisp and clear and there was no issues. So there's no greater testament than that to the overall microphone quality. So the microphone quality on these earbuds, in my opinion, is top notch. Okay, so good stuff there. Now, moving on, what I want to do now is I want to go over the pairing steps with you guys and gals and the earbud controls. Okay, now the pairing steps that I'm going to go over with these Bluetooth earbuds, we're going to use Android here this evening, but they are universal. They'll work on iOS, they'll work on Android, and they'll work on Windows. Okay, as long as you have a Bluetooth compatible device, these pairing steps will work. Okay, so smartphones, tablets, laptops, desktops, these steps are going to be the same. They just may look a little bit different depending on the depending on the OS and or the platform that you are using. Okay, so let's go here. Now, starting off, to put these into pairing mode, the first thing you need to do is drop them in the case. Okay, so let's drop them in to give y'all that full experience here. Okay, so as you can see, once you drop them in the case, you get a white LED indicating that the earbuds are charging. And then when you close the case, you see the percentage. And once that goes away, you'll see 2 ones indicating that the earbuds are charging up. And once they are fully charged, the ones will disappear. Okay, as you can see there. So one of them is indeed fully charged. All right, now to put the earbuds into pairing mode, all you have to do is open the case. Once you open the case, they'll flash green, they'll connect to each other, and then they'll be in stereo pairing mode. Now, if you want to use them in independent mode, all you have to do is decide which earbud you want to take out the case. Take it out the case, the other earbud will go off, it will unsync, and this will begin to flash, putting it in pairing mode. Now, once you see a green and white flashing indicator, that means these earbuds are in pairing mode. At which point, all you need to do is take up your smart device. Again, we're using Android here this evening. Then you want to swipe down, turn on the Bluetooth, as you can see right there, by tapping on it in your notification shade. Then you want to press and hold on it to take you into the Bluetooth settings. All right, once you're in the Bluetooth settings, you want to tap on pair a new device. Okay, then you're going to look for this model number right here, T11, to pop up. You're going to tap on that to begin the pairing process. You'll get an audible tone once it's connected, and you'll see this. You'll get an active status indicator in the Bluetooth settings accompanied by a battery percentage right there, and you're good to go. And also in your notification shade, you'll see the model number for the earbuds, and you'll also get a battery percentage right there. So good stuff there. Okay, now what I want to do, now that we've covered the overall pairing steps, now I just want to go over the button controls. So in order to do the music controls, you do have to have music active. All right, so now as we go over this, I'm just going to take them out the case real quick so we can go over this. And I'm going to try and keep everything on the screen so y'all can see it as we talk about it. So let me put these over here, close up the case. Don't need to worry about that right now. And now we can go over the controls. All right. Now, as I said before, I'm not a fan of these touch controls because I feel like the way they did it is kind of very hard to use. So you see that little nub right there? That's your touch sensitive area. Now, I'm not a big fan of touch controls. I actually feel RCA should have went with a dedicated multi-clickable button here, or at least move that touch sensitive area into the back of the bud itself instead of down here. But you will know when you've pressed it, because it will change on your device, or you'll see a red LED as you touch it. So you can see it lights up red as you touch it, and you could tell that it's working. But to me, this is very hard to feel for while having them in, so that's why I kind of don't like it. But we're going to attempt to go over these touch controls nevertheless. Alright, so if you want to play or pause music, it's a simple double tap on either earbud's touch sensitive area to play or pause the music. Alright, so let's do this here. Now, in order to get it to work, we do have to have the music going, and then we can pause or play it once the music is going from the earbuds. So let's try and do this here. Double tap. 1, 2. Okay, so it worked. 1, 2. Okay, and it works. So you can see I got it to pause on the right earbud, or this is the left earbud, no problem. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, so pause and play functionality should work no problem. So that was the left. Let's try it on the right. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, cool. So pause play functionality works no problem. Double press on either earbud to get that to work. Alright, now if you want to go to the next track, it's a triple press on the right earbud. If you want to go to the previous track, it's a triple press on the left earbud. Alright, now this is a little finicky. Let's see if we can get it to work here. 1, 2, 3. See, didn't work. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it worked that time. So you can see triple tap takes it to the next track. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it worked that time. Takes us to the next track. That's the right earbud right there. Okay, now go back to the previous track. If you do it one time, it'll restart the track. If you do it again, it will take you back to the previous track. So let's triple tap here. 1, 2, 3. Restart the track. 1, 2, 3. Goes to the previous track. So that does work. Now, I can barely feel it. The only way I'm getting this to work, to be honest with y'all, is the fact that I can see what I'm doing while I'm demoing it. When I have these in, it's so troublesome to try and get this to work that 9 times out of 10, I just whip out my device and change the track and do what I need to do using the touchscreen on my device. But it does work. Okay, but I just don't like that you really can't feel it. Like I'm running my finger over it and I really can't feel it. And it's really hard to see while it's in your ears. So RCA, y'all could have did a better job of where you put the touch sensitive area. Okay, but it does work. So let's go to the previous track one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, see, it didn't work that time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, restarted. 1, 2, 3. And we'll go to the previous track. So it does work. It's just a little bit finicky and it's a little bit inconvenient in my opinion. Okay, so that is your music controls. Now, if you want to interact with your voice assistant, it's a simple long press on the touch sensitive area for 2 seconds to bring up your voice assistant. Okay, so let's give that a shot now. Let's pause the music first. Pause the music. Now let's long press for 2 seconds. And it did work. What's the weather like in Palm Bay today? Okay. Okay, so you can see it does work. There is a noticeable delay, but it does work. So if you want to use your voice assistant with these, it's just a long press on either earbud for 2 seconds, and then it should work. Okay. Alright, so that pretty much goes over the button controls. Now, for phone call controls, it's a double tap on either earbud to answer the phone, and or it's a double tap on either earbud to end the phone call or reject an incoming phone call. Okay, so that pretty much goes over your button controls. Alright, so now we fully covered the pairing steps and the button controls of the earbuds. Now let's keep it moving. Next thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals now is I want to talk about the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. Now, the manufacturer quoted in the user manual on the website and on Amazon that these bad boys have a dedicated range of 10 meters or 33 feet. And for the most part, I feel like that was spot on. Now, they did say for the best performance, you want to eliminate all obstacles. And I have to say, when I was in areas that had a lot of interference, or I was in obstacle-laden areas, like when I do my standard range test, so I would leave my device connected here, and I just start walking. And y'all know what I would like to see is I would like to make it to the pool area and still have them connected. The pool area is about, I want to say, almost 50 feet away. Right outside the pool area is a little bit over 50 feet. And the ideal range would be 50 feet or better. Now, right around my lanai or my side porch is about 30 feet, okay? And that's through a couple walls, all right? Now, with these, I can make it to the kitchen, which is just about 15 feet away. But keep in mind, again, we're going through a few walls, and we do have a bunch of different devices that transmit their own signals. Like every TV in the house is a smart TV, all right? And we do have Echo Dots and things like that. We have Fire Sticks on all the TVs, so on and so forth. And in my room in particular, the TV itself has a stick PC that goes into it, and then I also have a Chromecast. So we do have a lot of things in the house that generate their own signal, i.e. generate their own version interference. So I have to say the Bluetooth range and strength on these are pretty good, even though I did struggle because I have a lot of stuff that create interference. There's just no way around it. But as long as you eliminate the obstacles or you stay in close proximity with your connected device, the Bluetooth range and strength should be pretty good. Okay? So it's pretty good. Could it be better? Yes. But for what it is, it's pretty good. Alright? Now, let's keep it moving. Up next now, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall durability on these. Now, oddly enough, whereas I dropped the other earbuds I reviewed often, I didn't drop these quite as much. Now, on average, I'd have to say these probably dropped about 1 to 2 times. And y'all can see they still look and function as if brand new. If I can get the camera to focus here, you can see that. Anyways, take my word for it. They look and function as if brand new. And you can see they got their nice little labels here and their contact charging pads right there. It's still pretty good. So the overall durability on these is pretty good in my opinion. Just be careful, okay? They might survive 1 or 2 drops, but all it does take is one good drop to ruin your investment. But if you're clumsy like myself, you should be okay. So the durability on these is pretty good. And again, as I always say, these dropped on wood or tile surfaces. Primarily in my home is wood or tile surfaces. Okay? So good stuff in regards to the overall durability. Now, moving on now, I just want to take some time to talk about the overall charge times and the overall battery life of these Bluetooth earbuds. Alright? Now, talking about the charge times, okay? The manufacturer quoted in the user manual on Amazon and on their website that these bad boys, the buds themselves, have a charge time of 1.5 hours. The case itself has a charge time of 2 hours. And for the most part, I have to say that that was spot on the money. Now, when the battery is low on these, you'll get 2 notifications, okay? Battery is low, please charge. You'll get that twice before they power themselves off and they're completely dead. Now, if you catch it on either the first or second notification, you drop them in the case, it's going to charge up in about 1.5 hours, okay? Now, if you let it drain completely dead, it's going to take probably about 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours in my testing. Okay, so that charge time, at least for the buds themselves, is spot on. And the same thing carries over to the charge time for the case. Alright, and the neat thing is, with the case, you do have that dedicated percentage LED readout. So it's really, really nice, and you can get an overall general idea of just what's going on when this bad boy is charging itself and or when the buds are charging. Okay, so I really, really like that. And any earbuds that I feature moving forward, they're going to get points taken off for two things in particular. Number one, if they don't have USB Type-C, they're getting points taken off. Number two, if they don't have a percentage LED readout or some type of percentage readout, they're getting points taken off. Because these two features right here are some features that I feel should really be there on Bluetooth accessories in general. One, the LED readout, and two, USB Type-C. Okay? So, good stuff there, and I really, really like that. Now, talking about the overall charge times of the case, it's quoted at 2 hours. Now, if you run it down to 1% and charge it back up, it's going to take 2 hours to reach a full charge. Now, there's no fancy wireless charging on this, just straight wired USB Type-C charging. And for the most part, as I said, it charges in 2 hours. Now, for the rare instances where I did drain it completely dead, it took about 2.5 hours to get back up to full. So as long as you catch it at about 1% or 5% and you charge it up, it's going to charge up in about 2 hours. So again, the charge times for the case is pretty much spot on with the manufacturer's estimates. Alright, now talking about the overall battery life on the earbuds and the case itself. Now, the manufacturer was actually a little lenient with the battery life on this one, a little bit conservative. They quoted in their user manual on the website and on Amazon that these bad boys should get you about 4 hours on a single charge using them together. Alright, now, in my particular testing, I found that they got anywhere from about 4 to 6 hours on a single charge. Now, there's a few things you got to keep in mind, and one thing that I want to point out is that's very dependent on what you're doing with the earbuds and what volume you have it at. Now, I would recommend you use these at either 50% volume or 75% volume, and then you're going to get the best battery life. For the absolute best balance between battery life and performance, I would recommend 50% volume. Okay? So, I actually tested these at 50% volume and 75% volume, respectively. And again, in my particular testing, they were getting anywhere from about 4 to 6 hours on a single charge. Okay, so that's really good. So to put that into perspective for you, on the high end, I was getting about 6 hours. That was with them at 50%. Okay. On the low end, I was getting about 4 hours, and that was with them at 75%. And that really didn't vary. If that really didn't change. If I was using them together, that's what I got. If I was using them separately, that's what I got. So good stuff. Now, with the included charging case, the manufacturer quoted you should get upwards of 28 hours on these. Okay? Now, and they also quoted that the case should charge up the buds, if completely charged, it should charge up the buds 6 times. Okay? So, to do the math on that, the 4 hours of usage times the 6 charges you can get, that will put these on the low end at 24 hours. Right? Cool. Now, if you put that on the high end of what I was able to get, so 6 hours times, what is it? 6 hours times six charges, so 6 times 6, that's 36 hours. Okay? So you're looking at a range with these earbuds, including the charging case, of anywhere between 24 and 36 hours, which is funny because they actually averaged it out to 28 hours. So, not bad. It falls well within that range of which they advertise. So, good stuff there. That being said, I am not a fan of this battery life because that 4 to 6 hour usage time, that's just not cutting it to me. As I said before, and I'm going to continue to say it until I see products actually hit and exceed that mark. I feel like Bluetooth accessories nowadays need to get upwards of 10 hours plus with continuous usage. It doesn't matter if you're going to use it for 10 hours straight through. You should be able to get 10 hours of usage on a single charge. And until products start hitting that mark, it's going to continue to be a negative for me. So although the battery life and the charge times are good and they fall within manufacturer's estimates, it still can be a lot better. And where the overall battery life is concerned in terms of continuous usage, they have a long way to go. Okay, so I would like to see a lot better battery life out of these, in my opinion. All right, but for the most part, they hit the manufacturer's estimate. So what can you do, right? All right, so moving on now. Now that the battery life and the overall charge times are done, let's now talk about the positives and negatives of these. Then we're going to wrap this video up. We're going to talk about the price, and I'm going to give y'all my overall final thoughts and a recommendation or two. All right, let's go. So starting off talking about the positives. Again, I really do like the overall build quality on these. I do like the design as well, with the only exception to design being that very bad and very poorly thought out touch sensitive area. Other than that, I do like the build quality and the overall design. These are extremely portable and extremely comfortable, especially for extended listening sessions. So really, really good stuff there. That and the overall core feature set on these is really good. All right, all for a really great price. The price we're going to talk about in a little bit here. So that pretty much goes over all of the positives. All right, now moving on, talking about the negatives. And really, there's only one negative that I could point out. Well, two at the most, right? One, I wish the battery life on these was a little bit better, okay? Two, I do wish these bad boys supported, at least where the case is concerned, wireless charging. Y'all don't know how addicted I am to these earbuds right here, just being able to drop them on my wireless charger and not have to worry about, did I plug in the cable? Not have to worry about, are they going to be fully charged when I get up? Y'all don't know how addictive this is, and super convenient it is just to drop this on my wireless charging pad and have it charging up. So I would have liked to have seen wireless charging capabilities for the case, but it is what it is. Other than that, those are the only two negatives that I've found with these earbuds. Okay, again, the battery life could be better, and also I would like to see wireless charging for the case. Other than that, it's really good in my opinion, and there's no other negatives that I can think of. So good stuff there. Okay, and also if I missed anything, I will have all the positives and negatives up in post for you guys and gals to check out. So let me know what y'all think. Alright, so that pretty much does it for the positives and the negatives. Now, let's get into the final part of this video. Let's talk about the overall price, get into my final thoughts, and the overall recommendation. Now, I picked these up from Amazon, and I do believe, let me check it real quick, let me whip my phone out. Yes, these bad boys ran me about $39.99, so about 40 bucks. Okay, so just to put that into perspective for you, that is the same price as these bad boys right here, the Bluetooth truly wireless earbuds. So these, in my opinion, are what we would call direct competitors, because they offer a similar experience at the same exact price. Now, the one thing that I feel makes the RCAs head and shoulders better than the Bluetooths is the fact that they have the LED percentage readout. It's so much easier and so much more convenient just to see what the percentage is and not have to do the guessing with the LED notification lights. Okay, so that is one of the reasons why I can recommend that y'all go out there and pick these up. Now, if you want something that's going to be easy to understand, very straightforward and intuitive, yes, I can recommend these. So for that $40 price tag, Can I recommend these? Yes. But on the same token, I can also not recommend these. And why could I not recommend these? Well, the number one reason why I wouldn't recommend these is the sensitive controls. Again, it's very finicky, as you guys and gals have seen, and it's not too intuitive. Alright? It makes a big difference because that's an overall convenience feature. Don't nobody want to be whipping out their phone every time they want to change a track on their device, or every time a phone call comes in, you don't want to have to whip out your phone to answer it. So, if you don't like the touch controls and you don't like the placement, I can say this, at least in that area, the bulk tunes are better. But again, can I recommend these? I would have to say yes. Okay? Alright, that being said, that pretty much does it for this full review this evening. Okay? If you guys and gals enjoyed this video and or you found it helpful in any way, shape, form, or fashion, please help your boy out and give the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you guys and gals would like to see more content like this, also feel free to hit the subscribe button down below and click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when I publish new videos. That being said, if this video piqued your interest, all the links to where you guys and gals can pick these bad boys up at some really great prices will be available down below in the video description. So as always, if your interest is piqued, down below in the video description should be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. Alright? Also, if you like to see any and all of my extended coverage on these, also feel free to hit up the hashtags down below in the video description to take you to all of my coverage on these Bluetooth products right here. Okay, so the video description should truly be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. Alright, that being said, this whole video here this evening was recorded using the rear-facing 12 megapixel camera on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Active in 720p resolution at 30 frames per second. And all the audio for this video here this evening is being recorded via the Comica V30 Lite shotgun style microphone, and responsible for all the stabilization duties here this evening is the Smooth Q smartphone gimbal. So please let me know what you think of the overall stabilization, video quality, and the audio quality down below in the comments. As always, your feedback is greatly appreciated. Okay, I hope everyone has a great evening, and I will catch you guys and gals in my next video. Have a good one, everybody. Peace. We out of here.